Jr., Bo Collins Jr., Braden Stevens Sr., Lucas Frisch Sr. Feels great. Feels great. Never had a doubt these guys. They are grinders. They're absolute animals in anything we ask them to do. And I'm just so proud of the leadership that these guys bring to the table, and just the resiliency to just keep grinding. And it's a testament of their upbringing, and I'm just very proud of them.
Coach, you talked about one more impressive playoff run that you've seen in a while. You go through North Shelby, Archie, and now Rockport. Just young kids getting through the stretch there.
It was murderer's row. It really was. It was a grind. We were hoping we had enough gas in the tank to be able to go against Rockport, because I definitely knew that we were tested, and that if it come down to something like that we would be able to grind through that. But I was concerned if we had enough gas, if we weren't just beat up, been through a meat grinder. And but they're just gritty. Every one of these guys, all the guys, they're gritty. They fear no one and respect all. And that's really kind of motto they go by.
Coach, you at the end of the half there, they hit the big play to Meyercourt. That could have been like a back-breaking moment there. What was the message in the locker room? What do you see from your boys bouncing back from that big play?
Yep. Well, we talked about the game isn't played on made on one play, and we felt like up to that point that we had allowed them everything that they'd gotten on some big plays, and we had a stretch there we couldn't do anything. They kind of started getting the push on us, and I tell you what, Jude did a good job of being able to control that number 88 in our bear front, and basically just started cutting him down to where they couldn't get that push and that momentum going. And right before half, it was kind of a backbreaker, and it took a lot of resilience on these parts of getting their minds right again, because we had things rolling right where we wanted to, and stuff happens sometimes, and that was one of them moments.
What do you think was the difference tonight?
Oh, well, we had more points than them. I think offensively we got after our offensive six-man front, and the way they were so wide, and we knew that if they weren't going to adjust, they kind of tried to stay in them gaps, and we had angles on everything, and Jude knew exactly where them seams and creases were going to be, because we had angles on everything whenever we got in that six-man front up there, and when they were trying to stay in that forefront and be as wide as it was and stay in gaps. We knew we had that. We kind of held on that to the second half so they couldn't adjust to it, and it paid forward.
In the last drive there, you guys had two different screen passes to Caleb New there. Kind of talk about the thought process there, trying to run clock, but also trying to get a first down there. Kind of talk about the thought process there, throwing that little screen pass and really catching them off guard.
I think that was Bo's idea. That was Bo's idea in the huddle. He's like, hey, I think the screen, they're bringing that backer as hard as he can across there, and which, rightfully so. And most people in their right mind probably wouldn't throw a screen that late in the game, try to keep the clock running. But yeah, he's been around his dad a lot. Dad loves screens.
Lucas and then Braden can answer after. You guys have been doing this a long time. What's it mean to end it with a state championship?
Well, it feels great. We made it here our sophomore year, and we ended up losing. And I wanted to come back junior and senior year, and we finally got it done.
His birthday today, too.
That's my birthday, too.
I saw the sign.
Yeah.
What's it mean to finish with the state title?
It means more than anybody could say, to work since fourth grade, work your butt off, try your hardest, and to finally get it done, especially on your last game ever. It means a lot.
Same question for Jude and Bo, so you guys don't feel left out. Tell me the emotions right now.
I don't even know what to say. It feels
Jude
great.
doesn't have any.
Pretty surreal.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Same here. Like Steven said, kind of touched on it. It would have been my freshman year. We made it to state and we lost, and that was a real heartbreaker for me, anyways. Hit me pretty good, and I think it hit all of us good. And I think that was represented tonight. And I think you've seen how hard we worked after having lost that state game, and we got another chance, and we got it done this time.
Bo, there's no secret to what they want to do offensively. It's going to be a lot of Brock out there. What was the key to? I mean, nobody's been able to slow him down all year. So what was the key defensively out there against him?
That was just great coaching. All week we prepped for that. We prepped for a heavy run game. We put in sets to stop the certain plays of them, and I feel like we executed very well on those sets.
Jude, I mean, you had two big plays there in a wild third quarter that kept you guys afloat. Take me through those.
You know, they were so spread out, and there was wide open holes up the middle, so I just hit the hole. That was it.
But Jude, at the end of the game, you recovered the, it wasn't really an onside kick, but you recovered the kick. What were you thinking when you saw the ball rolling there?
I just see ball, get ball. I just running, I just saw the ball.
Coach, you've mentioned all year that this is a very gritty group, and obviously you showed it down the stretch. Where do you think that comes from?
It's just type of kids that we grow in Worth County.
It's our water.
It's in their water. You know, a little bit touch on, you know, when Stevens was these guys were freshmen. We were 2 points away from going to a state championship. You know, North Andrew won that year, and you know, so they've been right on the cusp to being able to break through and to get this, and they want it. They want it. They want it bad, and it's good to be on the other side, isn't it, fellas?
That's right.
Coach, what do you think was the biggest turning point in the second half that allowed you guys to really pull away when it was going back and forth? It's like, can we keep up?
Honestly, it's whenever we flipped Bo and Ryder's sides to our Bear side. Our Bears, when we roll up on our the tight end, and they were just getting such a push. That 88 was really kind of giving us the business. And whenever we just basically had Jude, I said, you know, you just got to get in there and basically cut him and, you know, stop that push. And when we had that, and we were sending a knife from the backside about every time, and Bo was getting a lot of push down the line from the backside. You know, I think that was the biggest part. They didn't have an answer then back whenever they had that. And, so, like, to my opinion, that's where it was at.
Bo, what's it mean to get Coach Adwell his first title as the head coach?
It's great. I mean, just in the short years that I've been here at Worth County, I mean, I moved here in 7th grade, so I haven't been coached by Adwell for my whole life. I haven't been around him for my whole life, but since I've been here, he is the true definition of a head coach. I mean, he loves every one of us, and we all love him the exact same, and so it's very important, and it means a lot, and I think to all of us that we got him a state title.
Coach, this is a program that obviously has a proud history, and as you mentioned, I mean, you've been really close at 18, you're 21, and 23. What made this group special? What made this the one to bring a title back to Worth County?
I don't know. I guess I'm kind of numb too. They're just their resilience. You know, they work their tails off for me, and I'm very demanding. In the off season, we start in March and we don't stop till December every year. I tell them to get a couple months off in the winter from me. I need a break and they need a break, but then we start back in March. And like I said, we push them hard, and they want to be pushed hard. And you know, I don't know how many times I'm calling them in the morning and say, where you at? You know, if one of them's late, and then they get on each other as well if someone's late or sleeps in, because it happens. Because they don't really like our big hill that we have that runs down to the highway.
Coach, you kind of made this a trend the last few years where a team gets you early in the season, you guys find a way to get them back in the playoffs. Is there a secret sauce to that? How does that kind of keep happening?
Well, I don't know. When you play I like playing, early on, and when we're still searching for our identity. Like I said, I've said this many times, if we lose that game, so be it. But it puts our feet to the fire, and we have to adjust, and we have to adjust, right now. And hope you get a chance to come back and play them later on. And when you see someone the second time, you see the things that you wish you'd done, and we try to capitalize on that. And I don't know if it's a secret sauce. It's just what you do when you're coaching. You look for the things that you think you can improve on, and that's exactly what we do. We focus on, and I know I'm going to sleep good. I haven't slept. I've been up since at 3 o'clock every night since I don't know, about 14 weeks now.
I wanted to ask, on one hand, Lockwood has been basically #1 all year. You think that might take some of the pressure off you. It's also, you don't want to lose for a third time either. So how is that personally just throughout this week?
Well, we talked about we've talked about this whole season. You really talked to them about it's you can't worry about winning. You can't worry about winning. What you have to do is you have to win each battle. And if you win each battle, keep grinding, win each battle, the winning will take care of itself. And we've kind of taken that off our chest. Nick Saban, he's a great speaker, great coach, and these, it's kind of the mentality that we took this season was, don't worry about the winning, just win your battles, win each fight, and that's what we did. And I think mentally that helped these guys, grind and keep going, and as coaches as well, we just wanted to win each battle.
How do you, go ahead. Is there some certain hesitate, or is there some frustration that sets in after you had to, you were battling from behind the entire first half until you got the turnover in the first half, and they were scoring quickly in the first half of the third quarter, and they were scoring quickly on you. Did that require any battle against frustration?
Well, we had to settle down. We got a little.
Heads down.
Yep, we got a little yippy there, and we had just tell them, hey, settle in. I said, just follow your rules, own your gaps, and stay resilient with it. And once they did, and really, I mean, Jude cut control number 88 there really. That was huge. That was probably the biggest thing for us, is and having Bo coming on that knife on the backside. And once we started doing that, it kind of changed the tide.
All right, Coach, thank you, guys. Great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.